Good afternoon, my name is Dave Becker. I'm a lieutenant with South Metro Fire Department. We're up here at SVI, located in Fort Collins, Colorado. They were kind enough to build us our new Hazmat rig that is replacing our 2004 that is timing out, but we will be using for reserve in the future. A lot of thought went into this, a lot of technology went into this. We wanted to make sure that it was going to be a 20-year truck for us. We had the most up-to-date ideas that we wanted to incorporate into this truck. A couple things right off the bat. Back rear compartment on the engineer side. We got a 20 kW generator, runs off the diesel from the truck, which also powers a 20-gallon air compressor that we use for air tools. We can do a subsurface supplied air with that for different things. We put this in the back so that when we're on a call and we're running the generator, it's not creating a lot of noise where we're actually gathered and we're doing briefings and stuff like that for all of our hazmat techs. This is one of 3 slide outs. It's part of the body that'll actually move out 30 inches. Gives us a lot more room inside to where we'll be donning and doffing our level A suits. These side compartments are just for equipment. To get to the front compartment, which is right behind the cab, this contains command light, which is up top, 810 lumen light tower that also has a camera on top. So we can light up any scene that we want to light up, use the camera to look downrange and see how our members are operating down there. A couple things as we get to the cab. This is our shore line adapter. So at the station, we'll have this plugged in. Basically everything on the truck we can run from this 30 amp shore line. And we went with a commercial chassis. This is actually an International M2106. And we went with this, because it's about $150,000 cheaper than going with a custom cab. And 2, it makes this entire rig a little bit shorter. It's a big footprint. Currently it's 41 feet long. If we went with a custom chassis, it would probably add about 6 or 8 feet to that. And we didn't want to go that big. We went with the commercial. One thing that you'll see as we go around, we have a talk through so that the guys in the front can talk to the guys in the back. Everything's NFPA required as far as lighting and emergency signals, federal Q and air horns. We put a TV outside so that we can put up anything from pictures and video of the scene. We can put up our ICS 208 form on that. Any plans that we have, people that are on the scene can actually see what's going on. One thing we did add into this is an absorbent hopper. We fill it up with oil dry, put a 5-gallon bucket under here, turn this lever, and the oil dry comes out. That'll carry 75 pounds. That way we're not carrying around 15 different 5-gallon buckets full of absorbent. We can put it all in here. Based on past experience with our hazmat techs getting in and out of a rig in fully encapsulated level A gear, it's very hard to see what you're doing, especially when you're trying to go down steps out of a rig. So we had the idea for the ramp, and SVI was kind enough to help us with the design of it. But basically what this ramp is, and it comes straight out of the donning and doffing area, people that are clad in level A, level B suits can actually use the ramps with the handrail to get in and out of the rig. I've never seen another one like this. This is something that guys and gals were really stoked about. This area back here is basically a storage area. All of our Q-rays, area rays, rad detectors, all of that will be put in here. There's a 12-outlet charging strip back here. So all of our meters and monitors are going to be in one central location. Got a refrigerator right next to us. We can keep cold ice, cold water in there. We got another TV here. We have a plan for area ray setup. We can put that plan on the TV and then get everything set up back here. The next area we're going to move into is a dual slide donning and doffing area where all of our people will be getting dressed in their level A suits. So these slides are actually going out to the sides of the rig, and it actually extends wall to wall over 12 feet. So it gives us a lot of room. We'll keep suits down here in these lower compartments here. SCBAs will be mounted here. Helmets, gloves, boots, all the other stuff will be mounted up in the top netting areas. On each side, there's 6 seats, so we'll be able to outfit 3 teams of 2. Just a couple of large cabinets that we can keep extra boots, extra helmets, extra suits. Just a bunch of extra storage in here. We carry probably 6 different types of suits depending on what we're going to be going into. One thing we did put in was a pocket door that has a window in it. So when the guys are back here and they're talking about the operation, anybody who's up in the command center / research center, they can be talking amongst themselves. We can shut this off and have two different conversations going in. Has a window. If somebody needs something, knock on it. They can open the door and we're all together again. This is the talk-through I was talking about that comes from the cab. We also have whiteboards that are mounted all over the place just for note-taking and setting up ICS forms, plans of action, IAPs, that type of stuff. We've got another TV in here that comes off the camera and is also tied into our computer system that we can flash images up there of what our plan is and who's going to be doing what. We've got storage here to my right, just a lot of office storage. Printer will be there, some additional meters, tools. One of the things that we spec'd with this rig was belted positions in the rear. In this office space, we're going to have 3 computers set up in here. And the guys that are sitting in the back here, usually there'll be 2, if not 3 people sitting back here while the officer and engineer are driving to the call. We're in contact with crews that are on scene, getting information from them. We can start operations even before the hazmat rig shows up. Command light remote will be set in here. We'll have printing capabilities, able to do research and planning on the way to a call before we even get there. We can FaceTime guys that are on the scene and be able to get images of what they're looking at. Our weather station will be up. That'll be able to be thrown up onto the screen for current and future weather. If they're downrange a little bit, we might be able to get a UN number or a DOT number off of a train car or a tanker car to be able to get a little more research on what we're dealing with. Fully self-contained, 3 air conditioning systems, 2 heating systems. We have red light and white light capability, all LEDs throughout. This is more of our research center. We can also use it as a full command center on any large-scale incidents that we find ourselves on. It doesn't necessarily have to be a hazmat call that will utilize this rig. It'll go on most structure fires, anything 2 alarm or larger. It will be. It should be utilized as a command center.